I would have voted Amen Thompson at 3. You had Thompson ahead of Mobley in this ranking.
Yep.
So you're predicting some improvement is my guess. I just kind of positioned his like classification here as like the most switchable, destructive havoc defender in the league. And I like, he can guard ones. We saw him play the 5 for a stretch there as a rookie. Like, he is the twitchiest player in the NBA athletically. He's the most explosive player in the NBA athletically, in my opinion. Unbelievable in terms of his instincts and help defense. He's another guy that just like really, with his positioning, induces so much havoc, because he has the ability to close out anywhere on the court and scramble to anywhere on the court, while also just like staying in the lane and using his positioning to where he can just have like one foot in the lane, left foot like out high to be able to like get out to the 3-point shooter if necessary. If he gets like a same side kick out, like he'll leave guys and just dig down onto a handle, and then someone will hit the same side kick out, and then he'll just get back on the same side kick out, which like nobody in the NBA other than him can do.
I was going to say him and then the guy that at one, like they break rules, right? Like they're
yes,
they are able to break
that's an
rules.
Amazing way to put it. These guys are rule breakers in the NBA.
Yes. Maybe all 3 of these guys and in different ways. Amen does it with his athleticism. Draymond is able to break rules because his brain works at a different process than everybody else. Yeah. And Victor breaks rules because of his size.
Yeah. I think that's such a great way to put it. Like, Amen is an absolute rule breaker on defense.
It's ridiculous
because of the way that he just like he can get anywhere he wants to is the reality. And then, oh, by the way, we're talking about an unbelievable weak side rim protector. Like if he's the low man, he will go get a shot. He averaged 1.3 blocks per game. His hand-eye coordination is incredible. He is incredibly disruptive on the ball defensively, taking on tough matchups. He attacks opposing players' handle with his hands. He will really use his length to get in there. He's like 6'7" with a 6'11 and a half wingspan or whatever it is. Like, he is able to really get into dudes. And then, oh, by the way, the thing we talked about with Asar, I think also applies to Amen, where these guys look skinny.
Yeah.
They are not skinny.
No.
Like, they are 215 pounds or whatever they are, 220 pounds. And they are like brick shit houses, being able to like accept contact and embrace contact and absorb it. And then just keep going forward even because of their explosiveness. There's never a point, because Amen's motor runs so hot. There's never a point, in my opinion, where he's out of a play. Like, he'll get drilled on a screen because he just like misjudges it, and then he'll just fight back and get over the top. And it's like, well, here I am. I'm gonna contest from behind. You have to know that I'm here now. You have to account for the fact that I jump higher than you. I am incredibly long, and I am a threat to block your shot. Right? Like, you almost certainly have to lean forward on your shot in some way and get yourself off balance. I think that honestly, the next two, like Amen and the next guy on the list, they're my 2 favorite defenders to watch in the NBA. There are other guys that like I really enjoy watching. Like, I love watching Jalen Suggs defend. I certainly love watching Alex Caruso defend. He would be in my top 5. Chet would certainly be in my top 5 in this regard. Like, those are probably the 5 if you made me say. But man, it's just a different animal with his athleticism. And on top, like, we're talking about the athleticism and the strength and the explosiveness, but he thinks it incredibly well too, in terms of the way that he's anticipating different actions and in the way that he's getting into gaps and just kind of plugging up gaps with his presence there, knowing that he can get out to wherever his position is like supposed to be. Because as you said, he's a rule breaker.
The cross-section of athleticism, skill, motor is so rare. One thing that I come away very impressed with him is how sound he is. So like, you watch him against Jalen Brunson and he stays down, and someone so young, so athletic, the discipline to not go for shot fakes. One thing that does, Sam, it keeps him out of foul trouble. He only averaged how many 2.5 fouls per game last year in 32 minutes a game. So again, if you look at like a per 100 possession basis, he went significantly down from his rookie year. He defensive rebounds. The athleticism, man, is so ridiculous. Like I had some ones where like I'm literally like laughing out loud in my notes because he blocks a floater from Ja. And like, I want to ask people, how many people have you seen block an SGA mid-range pull-up whenever he's defending SGA on the ball? Not many. The answer is not many. Like that doesn't happen. Yeah. But I think the biggest compliment I can give him is he's one of the few wing defenders where like you have to know where he's at all times. He changes the decision-making process of the offensive players. This is something we usually talk about with like the Rudy Goberts and those type of guys at the rim, that even Rudy, where we had him at 9 or 10 or whatever, he still changes the decision-making at the rim. Amen does it all over the floor. You better not go into a mid-range jumper if you don't know where he's at, because he may be coming from behind you. You better not go to the rim soft in transition because he may be flying down the court to chase you down. And so it's just, and you better not throw a lazy pass to the wing because he's running through it. His ability to be involved in everything and change the decision-making process of offensive players, make them account for him at all times, is why I'm comfortable having him this high, even as a quote unquote purely perimeter defender. And I think you could argue that a little bit, but it's because not many guys change the decision-making process of the offense the way Amen is able to.
Just completely changes the way you have to play on that end. It is kind of incredible. Like he dissuades drives. He gets into your shit as an on-ball defender, but like dissuades drives as a defensive player and help. Can weak side rim rotate in a significant way. You know, unbelievable in the 1-on-2 on the backside. You know, we mentioned that with Mobley, but like he would probably be in my top 5 or 6 at being able to do that as well.
Sure.
Playing the 1-on-2 on the backside. He can switch onto anybody in the league because he's strong and physical. And again, we saw him play the 5 for a stretch there when he was a rookie. Like as a first year player, he was able to do that. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, look, everyone knows that Amen is one of my 2 or 3 favorite players in the league, certainly. But like, man, I can't speak highly enough of the way that he plays on that end.
Yeah. I'm with you in terms of like just fun to watch. I would go with the next guy just because of like the processing and stuff like that's really fun. And Amen has some of that, but yeah, Amen's definitely top 3 for me if we're just talking about like enjoy watching them do their thing on the defensive end.